really fit the stereotype. The stereotype of longshoring is changing.
Who's going up in the plane?
It's euphoric. It's amazing. We get infants to grandmothers. They all get out with the same big grin.
Whoa, she can jump high. You just gotta go for it sometimes, right? And just give it a shot.
When would be the best time to file your taxes?
If you owe money, let's wait until April.
Fraser Focus, a fresh perspective beyond the bridge.
Hello and welcome to Fraser Focus, a fresh perspective from beyond the bridge, giving the South Fraser and Fraser Valley regions a voice. I'm Leah Bolton.
And I'm Dean Atwell, and on this edition, the focus will be on local ladies from our communities that are working in male-dominated industries.
Amazing women with careers in professions in aviation, the auto industry, and longshore women.
And to end off the show, we have a story to do with some of the most commonly asked questions because it's that time of year again, tax season.
I went to the Women's Equality March for the Women's Day, International Women's Day, and one of the issues I noticed was equal rights for women. And down here we have them for such a male-dominated industry, that the women work side by side with the men. We do the same labor jobs, rating jobs, same pay, same room for advancement, right? Which is unbelievable.
Well, the opportunities are so great for you women. It's a matter of whether you want to take those opportunities or not.
Within the next 5 years, Canadian business has projected a 28% job growth within the industry.
It's nice seeing more women down here. When I started, I was the fourth woman in this local here. There's only 3 women ahead of me, so
now you're like one of the pioneers.
Yeah. Well, I look up to the woman that came before me too, so I just hope to be a good example for the rest of the women that start down here and do my job, do it well, and try and do it safely.
So is there a difference if you're a man as opposed to a woman if you want to get into this industry?
I've seen this industry grow in leaps and bounds in the last few years, particularly more women coming into this industry, coming into trades, an up-and-coming industry, not only in the longshore, but for all resources in British Columbia. It's an excellent field for women to get into.
This is the special door that leads us.
Special elevator?
Special elevator?
Yeah.
Oh, we get an elevator.
I'll let you go in first, so I'll close the door.
Can we even fit in here?
Oh, yes. Make sure that's all closed. And we're going up here on the portal beam to go to the check-in cabin.
This goes pretty fast.
Yeah. It's maintenance works on it every day, so it's safe.
Tiny.
If you go on that side, I'll close the doors.
All right. So basically, if you're afraid of heights, this is a terrible job.
Yes. If you're afraid of heights, I wouldn't suggest doing checking. Not up here.
No. How long have you been doing this?
I guess it's been about 12 years now.
12 years?
12 years. I've been down here about 14 years. They had an opportunity for hiring, and I thought it would be great. I used to be a social worker.
Okay.
And I used to take my work home with me. Here, I can go home at the end of the day and focus on my family. There was only a handful when I first started. I think I was like, in this local, I would be one of the first 10 women that came down here.
Wow, one of the first 10.
Yeah.
It is a nice view from up here, that's for sure.
Usually just one person up here.
Oh, but you've got trainees today.
Trainees will have 3 of us.
Another woman.
Yes, yes.
I think it's the best job in the world.
So you're just training for this job now?
Yeah, checker.
Checker.
Yeah.
And what were you doing before?
Labor, so like the girl down there, she's a stackerman. I was just doing the exact same thing.
Okay.
Lashing on the ship, stackerman, pretty much all the things that you don't need to carry a rating.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But this is the job for you?
Yeah.
Best job in the world.
We're doing the same work as a man.
Yeah.
Right? It's just,
is there
we're
anything
doing
out here
lashing.
that you can't do?
No.
We can do everything.
In a lot of other jobs, we don't get the same opportunities, the equal opportunities, equal pay. We can work side by side with the man, and there's no difference there.
Yeah.
Right.
With this guy here, yeah, he doesn't get a one-up on you.
How's it going?
He's feeling like a minority at this
Yeah,
moment.
exactly. Wait a second. How many women are there? Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we gonna go do right now?
Today we're going to be doing the top picks. We're going to be loading cans for the rail, loading bomb carts.
And this is something you do all the time?
Yes.
Yeah. What was it like the first time you did it?
I love it. I've been around machinery pretty much all my life, so it's nothing different.
This is like nothing new to you.
Now, this is kind of, if you touch this or some greasy parts, maybe just... Well, I'm actually third generation longshoreman, so it started with my grandpa. I'm one of almost 40 Wholesomas down at the waterfront, and yeah, there's some even fourth generation.
Wow, see, I'd be scared to be dropping that right now.
Really?
What do people say when you say I'm a longshore worker?
I don't think I really fit the stereotype. I think they're mostly surprised by it, but I think the stereotype of longshoring is changing. Yeah, sure.
We're going in?
You're good?
Okay, we're going in. Because this takes a lot of skill. You don't want to really mess things up, right?
Yeah, that's right, but it's pretty repetitive. You're doing the same thing every day, so...
So it's encouraging. Did you need to take a lot of training for this?
The training was about 4 weeks for this, so there's pretty intensive training that you go through before you can get the rating.
So what's your advice to other women out there who want to get into this industry?
Not to be intimidated. It's really, it's not a man's job.
Women can pretty much do anything these days, I
That's
think.
right.
And what do you call yourself?
I'm a longshore woman.
Jen's got the camera. We've swapped jobs. It's, I think you're taking this.
It's an industry that attracts both genders, and it's an industry that I must say is very suitable, particularly for women, because you do have the flexibility of working the type of shifts when you want to work and when it's convenient for you to work.
So far I'm in. Do I get a job?
Leah, I think you'd make a great longshore person.
I do as well. Those women work hard out there. I'm very impressed on how they're changing this stereotype in the industry. What about women pilots though, Dean? I heard you headed over to the airfield.
Yes, I did. After the break, when we come back in Fraser Focus, we'll take you out to Abbotsford, where I hook up with a female aviator trying to encourage others to get into her field.
It's a magical experience. You get to be up above the ground, look down at the earth and see it in a very different way.
Welcome back to Fraser Focus, a fresh perspective from beyond the bridge.
Local faces and local places. Before the break, Leah headed to meet a group of longshore women in Delta. And now Fraser Focus is taking you to Abbotsford to meet another group of ladies.
Women in male-dominated industries who are striving to make a change in the stereotype in their industries.
Who's going up in the plane? Who's going up?
Us. All of us.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Marine biologist. I want to be a marine biologist or a geologist. I would like to be a doctor.
Was an Air Force cadet, wanted to fly all my life.
Out of 24,500 professional pilots in Canada, only 1,300 of them are women. Having experienced this male-dominated industry firsthand, a local lady has teamed up with other women in aviation to offer a unique aerospace experience.
When girls come here and they go flying, their eyes are open to many possibilities. Years ago when I was up in Yellowknife flying helicopters, I learned about something called Women of Aviation Worldwide Week. It's centered around International Women's Day. And I decided to create an event, so I did, and we had over 1,500 people. We took 421 girls and women for their first flight in a small aircraft, and it was a really neat experience, so I decided to do it again, and each year we've gotten a little bigger. Last year in Langley we had 6,000 participants, and we are expecting 10,000 this year.
It's a magical experience. You get to be up above the ground, look down at the earth and see it in a very different way than you do from a car. So I think this will be a very impactful event for them.
We're both very into aviation, so this is a cool experience getting to see it being promoted.
Now what happens if a big gust of wind blows you this way? What are you going to do? Oh, good job.
The idea is to showcase all aspects of the industry. So we have maintenance and Nav Canada and firebombing and Coast Guard, Air Force, RCMP.
Okay, have a good flight, guys. Bye. Oh, do you want to go in a helicopter today?
Yes.
Excellent. And if you love it, do you think you could be a helicopter pilot? No. Okay.
Actually, I found that getting into aviation led me to do things that are non-traditional. I fixed my own car or truck. And I found that in the course of my aviation career, all of the basically blue-collar trades are typically male-dominated.
Why do you think it's such a male-dominated industry, or it has been?
I think a lot of it is associated with who you see step out of an airplane or a helicopter. You have not traditionally seen a lot of young women, so the girls don't have those role models. And that's why I think it's great today. The girls are seeing women who are pilots, and those girls look at those women and say, hey, you look like me, and you're doing that. That means I can do that.
It is male dominated right now, but I think that any girl can be a pilot. I think that it's so good to expose them to this now.
I think it's getting pretty fair now. I don't think it's dominated as much as it used to. I think the future is going to have more equality.
What's the reaction from people when they get off those helicopters, from females when they get off? What is typical?
It's euphoric. It's amazing. We get infants to grandmothers. They all get out with the same big grin. They're all ecstatic.
Hey guys, how was it?
Good! We got to talk on these thingies. And we got to hear the radio through that he was listening to. And all of us laughing, and we talked to each other through the headset.
And so now what do you want to be when you grow up?
Pilot! Still a marine biologist.
I think being a pilot is pretty cool. Almost got a license myself once and signed up for the course.
Well, if we've learned anything, it's never too late to start.
What? Are you calling me old?
No, just saying that the opportunity is still there. Although, we do know that you had dabbled in auto mechanics.
This is true. I did have an auto mechanics class in high school, got offered a job, but I didn't want to get greasy.
Well, these girls don't mind getting dirty. Stay with us on Fraser Focus as we visit with an auto mechanic and a body shop technician.
Every woman that I've had come in the shop has left pretty much in the top of their game.
Welcome back to Fraser Focus, bringing you local stories from the Fraser region that are often overlooked by mainstream media.
We're taking a look at women and male-dominated industries. The next one coming up has everything to do with women in cars. Your favorite, Dean.
It is indeed.
Is this the one?
Yes, this is the one.
Oh, you want me to drive it?
Sure.
Okay, this is for you. All right.
There we go.
So we've swapped. She is now the camera person, and I am now the auto mechanic driver. Am I going straight in?
Yeah, into the open doors
Okay.
right there.
Stats from a Service Canada report indicate that careers as an automotive service technician, truck mechanic,
and mechanical repairs is less than 2% female. Women in a male-dominated industry making strides to make a change.
So this one has to go under here?
So you want to put it right in front of this cross member bar right here.
And so it's the role model that really changed it for you. So
Absolutely.
watching your dad.
Yeah.
Why automotive technician?
Well, my dad fixes bank machines, and he is definitely the handyman of the house. So whenever he'd be doing something, I'd be sitting right beside him, and he'd be like, hey, pass me the, 3/8 wrench.
Help me out here. It is different being a woman. You know, there are some things that we do that we need workarounds for, right? Sure. Like even jumping up there, you're not as tall. Whoa, she can jump high. Oil filter. Oh yeah, you're right about being short here.
Oh, it's coming down.
Okay. Do I have oil filter wrench?
Well, we've seen a big growth over, especially in the last 10 years, of women in the workforce, what has typically been a male-dominated industry. We're seeing a lot more resumes and a lot more applicants into mechanics and detail.
This one just does loosening. When we put them on, we do it about 1 1/4 turn after the seals are touching.
Good?
Yeah, that's perfect, actually.
Why is it such a male-dominated industry?
I think most girls might not be comfortable with, getting their hands dirty, and if you like having your nails painted, there's no hope keeping them painted here.
How we hire and why we hire has changed drastically, more based on a person's ability and longevity versus the best man for the job.
Versus the gender.
So if I'm up to par, then I get a job?
Exactly.
I'm in. Hand me that ratchet. I noticed when I took auto mechanics in high school and stuff, it was just myself and maybe one other girl when I went into it. But it's changing, isn't it?
Yes, well, it's opening up. You know, in the old days, trades were only a man's world. Actually, our best students in the auto painting course, actually, they've been females.
This room?
This is the beautiful tailgate, and that's the paint booth, and the paint mixing room, which is like my home.
Your home?
My home.
Okay.
It's my favorite place. You just gotta go for it sometimes, right? And just give it a shot.
And then make it your own. If you love what you do,
yeah,
you can adapt and create something more of what you love and make it better.
So it's just a sealer, just so that when I lay down paint, it'll actually come out more even. There won't be any you can't see any of the putty or the filler through it.
So what part of the car is this? The fender?
The tailgate of a truck.
Tailgate?
Yeah, it's actually my mom's tailgate, and she actually wants a custom wolf put on it. I'm gonna do a little bit of custom airbrush on it.
Every woman that I've had come in the shop has left pretty much in the top of their game. I had a girl who just left this program 4 months ago, and she wanted to get into prep and paint. They basically told her right off the beginning that it's going to be at least a year before you'll get into that section, and for now you're going to have to wash cars because there's 2 other guys ahead of her that want that job, and within 1 month she outworked both those guys and stole the job, and now she's in paint and prep, and she's on her way to becoming one of the main painters there.
You like to paint and that sort of thing, but this is different. This is a man's.
Yeah.
And challenges to that.
I haven't found a lot yet. I imagine when I go to look for a job, it might be a little bit difficult, but so far in school, it's really surprisingly accepting of it.
Okay.
Hold it like that, you got to do a 30-degree angle and start sanding all the black. We're trying to get rid of all the black stuff.
This?
So that, you want to go at a 30 degree.
Okay.
Like this.
30 degree. Okay, it's never coming out. I give up. Forget this.
Perfect.
Good enough.
Well, the auto industry is pretty cool, but I think I prefer to be on the driving end. I'll let the ladies do the dirty work.
And that wraps up our focus on women and a male-dominated industry. When we come back, we'll be talking to Chris, an accountant, on how to tackle our taxes.
The amount of money that was taken off your paycheck is too much. It means you've given the government an interest-free loan.
This is the most exciting time of the year, tax season.
It's very stressful, not just for us, but I think for many people out there. Tax season is it's on. We have less than a month to file them.
Well, yours is different than mine. You've got the family stuff. Mine's different.
True.
I have no idea. Line 24. What are you going to put in there?
I have no idea. We need to seek professional help, and like I said, I'm sure people out there need help as well.
We can talk to an expert, see what the new stuff is, what we're going to be putting in there, what's different. I could use money back. I don't know about you.
Always, everybody could use money back. Let's go see a professional, take him to the streets.
All right. Hey! You must be Chris?
Yes, I am. Great to meet you.
Hi, I'm Leah.
Nice to meet you. How can you tell the difference between an introvert and an extrovert accountant? The introvert will look at his shoes, but the extrovert will look at your shoes.
That's definitely an accountant joke.
Go on in, let's talk.
I got 2 kids. They're 5 and 6 years old. I live with my wife, so there's a double income coming in.
So first question I would have with young kids would be, are they in any sports or do they do any type of arts programs?
Yes, they
whether
do.
Ballet, dancing?
Yeah, sports and dancing, they're in both of those.
Right, so something that's new is the government has increased the fitness credit from $500 per child to $1,000 per child.
So I can claim those back?
All it means is that the amount of money that was taken off your paycheck is too much. It means you've given the government an interest-free loan for the whole year.
All right, you get in here. Let's switch around.
Okay. I'm a little less complicated than Dean. I just have myself. I do side projects as well, videography and that sort of thing.
Yeah, so a lot of people do have a side business. It might be just to generate a little extra income. And the most common question I do get is, what can I deduct? You can deduct expenses to the extent that they are used to earn business income or to generate business income.
For example, if I edit at home and I'm working, you might
have some software,
right.
some hardware costs for for the equipment.
Okay.
Not everything is fully deductible in the year. So if you go out and you buy a computer for a couple of $1,000s, you don't get to write off all in the 1 year. That gets deducted over a number of years according to rates provided by the government.
See, there's always ways.
There's always ways to save.
Why don't we wrap this up, and we're going to go out into the neighborhood and we're going to talk to some people and kind of find out what their common questions are and see if you can give them some more secrets. This is a great community, I think, for us to find some people who need help with their taxes.
All right.
When would be the best time of the year to file your taxes?
First of all, you got to have all of your slips. Yeah. So your T4 and T5 slips have to be issued by the end of February. So if you can do them before the CRA gets busy, if you're getting a refund, it'll get processed a little bit quicker, sometimes 2 to 4 weeks.
I want to know if you have a tax-free account, why you have to report it on your income tax. It's tax-free.
You don't report it on your income tax return, but wherever you make the investment at the bank or similar institution, they have to know how much you've contributed to their tax-free savings account. So if you do $2,000 at one institution and $4,000 at another, the government needs to know that you've contributed too much.
I have 2 kids with special needs.
Right.
And I know there's a disability thing, but how do you go about applying for it?
So the disability tax credit, first of all, it really has to be certified by your doctor.
Yeah.
So there's a form that you would take to your doctor,
Yeah.
and there's, depending on different types of disabilities, they would say what applies to you or not. And if your doctor certifies, you send that into the government, and then you're able to fill in the tax credit amount, which is about $7,400.
Yeah.
So until they're 18, it would be claimed by you.
Yeah.
Nice. Answer your question?
Yes, it does.
Awesome. Good. Taxes.
Okay, marvelous. Now I have a better idea of how to tackle my taxes.
Me too. It's always the unknown that throws you for a loop and adds that stress.
Well, time to de-stress. Thanks for watching us on Fraser Focus, a fresh perspective from beyond the bridge, giving those from the Fraser Valley region a voice.
We will be back soon with local faces and local places right here on Fraser Focus. I'm Leah Bolton.
And I'm Dean Atwell. See you next time.